Next category in the NoDQ.com Decade Awards, we have the headline of the decade, the biggest news story. And I think some of you out there might already know what my pick will be. But Jeff, let's go ahead and hear the choices.
Okay, hang on one second. I'm trying to get the scroll up here. All right, the headline nominees are Bret Hart returns to WWE, CM Punk's pipe bomb on Raw, Jerry Lawler has a heart attack during Raw, Bruno Sammartino goes into WWE Hall of Fame, the end of the streak, Seth Rollins cashes in Money in the Bank at WrestleMania 31, AJ Styles debuts at the Royal Rumble, Chris Jericho announced for a New Japan match against Kenny Omega, Roman Reigns announces leukemia battle, and the launch of All Elite Wrestling.
Man, those are some tough choices. I mean, so All Elite Wrestling launching is huge, but we still don't know the impact of what that company is going to make heading into the next decade. So the jury's still out on that, but it's a big story, no doubt, and it may be a bigger one when it's all said and done. And I feel like Jericho doing the New Japan match, I think that was basically what got the ball rolling with that. So that's a pretty big story too. But my pick has got to be the pipe bomb from CM Punk. To me, that more than anything else really changed the wrestling business. And I think Punk having that success opened the door for Bryan to get his big push. And with Punk and Bryan getting their pushes, that led to more of the indie guys from Ring of Honor, PWG being brought in and them becoming major superstars in WWE and also with AEW. So I think Punk's thing had the biggest snowball effect. You know, it influenced a lot of what happened in wrestling over the decade. So to me, that's got to be the pick.
Think about where Bryan was in 2011. Think about where Jon Moxley was in 2011. Think about where Tyler Black was in 2011. So again, you mentioned Punk, cutting the promo, opening the doors. The top stars of the last 5-6 years wouldn't be where they are had not been for Punk popping that squat there at the top of the ramp and doing what he did. And I think we're biased on that a little bit only because you were a part of that in that your site crashed. I was up in the crowd in the middle of it all. It was a completely crazy moment. It was just surreal to be a part of it. But to this day, here we sit almost 9 years later, and it's still being talked about as one of the most talked about stories of the decade. So the fact that it won the year it did win does not surprise me. The fact that it might win the Decade Award does not surprise me either.